Last time I checked. Bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Get out of here, you dirty mutt! I will. We shall talk.
Majesty's colluded with Black Ring. Paladin's clean house.
Right, you are impressive.
I haven't done after that.
Come, trade.
All those broken arrows.
Have you located Lord Ahu? I'd hate to think that any ill fortune has been visited upon him. It wasn't but... Look... Have you located Lord Ahu? I'd hate... What I know is not for your ears, not with... Daddy's going to fix you, right?
Very funny. Roll up, don't be shy.
You a hunter? I've got just the thing. For your good health.
Roll up, don't be shy.
Sturdy bows and sharp arrows, here for the choosing.
Get out of here, you dirty mutt.
You off to hunt, lizard? Better stock up.
Roll up, don't be shy.
You're either the hunt, may the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Look, by all means, do return, should you find it necessary.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
I welcome you.
The elf stands...
Don't fret, may the gods watch over.
This place isn't free, not anymore.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out. Majesty's routine. I'm not tricky, as long as the arrow flies.
Back in business.
Got sold and sealed, Andrea.
Get to it or get moving. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Shoot, you fleabag, shoot! Roll up, don't be shy. Get out of here, you dirty mutt. Roll up, don't be shy.
For heaven's sake, I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find.
Come out, wherever you are.
Because that little snob, just you try judging the state of a Vadistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. Highly interesting. And highly valuable. Anything else?
No time to dilly-dally.
Why, hello again. Oh, he's all blood and he knows very well I'm the best in the business. Asked me to value his collection personally.
Lucky find.
Lucky find.
Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility. The man doesn't...
or using the skill Blood Rain until it got revealed, and I was real mad about it. Water blasts every turn that more often than not freeze whoever happens to be hit by them, as well as summoning Voidwoken monsters who will also attack and freeze your characters. So basically, you need to really avoid the frozen status effect. What I actually recommend doing is, if you can, sneak up, teleport the main Voidwoken enemies, like the ones that aren't the Kraken and thus can move actually move around. Teleport those guys up and out of the way and dispose of them like one by one, as opposed to trying to fight them all at once, which will let you set up to attack the Kraken better. And from here, the Kraken actions, because if you remember in Act 2 we found out the Magisters were using the Black Ring to accomplish goals, thanks to none other than Dallas and co, as we learned from Alexander before his
I'm not picky.
I help you to know and understand.
Welcome to Ark, Strange.
The merchant.
It's not very dramatic. Done shopping then.
I help you to know and understand. I help you to know and understand.
My stuff will get you stuck.
The elf lady.
This is a place for scholars.
She sniffs.
I don't expect a great...
She nods silently.
The arcane dwells within all of us. The arcane dwells within all of us. The arcane dwells within all of us. Most marvelous magic right at your fingertips.
We are done here. I help you to know and understand.
Lizard or wizard? Come and shop.
Academics and intellectuals only.
Lizard or wizard? Come and shop. Good for a little magic, wouldn't you say?
Academics and intellectuals only. Academics and intellectuals only.
The arcane dwells within all of us. Lizard or wizard? Come and shop.
Ancient knowledge, yours to command.
Need anything magical?
Ancient knowledge, yours to command.
The arcane dwells within all of us.
Academics and intellectuals only.
Need anything magical?
Academics and intellectuals only.
Greetings, stranger. I've little for wisely chosen.
Most marvellous magic right at your fingertips. Most marvellous magic right at your fingertips.
I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll bring you.
Don't have many more of those on my sleeve. I'm growing soft, aren't I?
No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me. I'm growing soft, aren't I?
Allies for hire.
You must truly savor my company, Godwoken. Something you wanted?
Tarquin's jaw.
I dabble in all forms of learning, necromancy included. Can you really blame me for being talented? Can you really blame me when I'm forced to use my skills against my will? Dallas willed it, and I was in no position to refuse. She wanted to use Brachus to sniff out the Aetherin, to use a tyrannical king as a personal...
She thinks she can control him. She is wrong.
What possibly best the greatest act of necromancy ever performed? Reversing it. That's what. Here, take anathema and keep it close. Without it, you must truly savor my company. Oh, come now.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
man doesn't...
untimely death, and then Dallas herself at the end of Act 3. Now, once we get in town after absorbing all that information, we want to head basically at the end of Act 3. Now, once we get in town after absorbing all that information,
The elves, the mother war of the race.
Magic right at your fingertips.
I offer wisdom, hard strife.
She nods silently.
We are done here. Academics and
Welcome.
intellectuals.
What brings you unhappy? He waves his I create. Find everything you wanted?
Academics and
Good wishes, friend. The arcane dwells within all of us. The arcane dwells within all of us.
We want to head basically due right to the Magister's barracks, and when we get there, we're going to come up on a execution. So Lord Kim, the commander of the Paladins, which we'll have learned his name more than likely by now, but if you haven't, Lord Kim, commander of the Paladins. He executes a Paladin for failing to take up arms against the Magisters, which might seem excessive.
You have the trust of Lord Arhu. Show that you deserve it.
How did they get past the guards? When did it happen?
I have the feeling no one's in control anymore.
The most sacred city. What? Speak, then.
He gives you a
Brothers! I've uncovered a black ring
in some ways. On both ends, you might on one hand be like, why didn't this paladin want to fight the Magisters? Like, did she just think it was wrong or what? And then you might be like, seems like an extreme reaction of Kim to execute this paladin for not killing people. But you can choose to intervene and help try to save the paladin, or you can just watch it happen, be a bystander. Choose whatever you want. It doesn't make much of a difference. Now, after this, you want to talk to Lord Kim if you didn't, very hard stance against Magisters because they imprisoned me at the start of the game, and which is awesome. You either have to kill them and then, kind of just look around the room, or talk to the children if you've successfully persuaded your way in the door. You can notice that there is a big painting in the issue. Now, Arhu will explain that obviously everyone, especially if you've made it this far in the game, you've killed a lot of people. Under Kim up to this one wall, you can actually place the barrels of death fog where the spawns spawn in at, and then, break them so that to his altar. Now, what we need to do here is read the plaque on the altar, which will say something about the weight of responsibility. And what you may or may not have noticed in the prior room to this, the first inner vault area, there's a big painting on the wall. If you go back to that painting, its name is literally responsibility. So obviously pick that up, go back down to the vault, put the painting on the altar, and the weight of that will activate the altar, which will slide out of the way, revealing another hatch to the final room of Kim's vault, where Arhu is being tormented by spirits. In addition to this, there is a sworn breaker in the hands of the statue just beyond Arhu, so that's where the sworn breaker is, by the way. Arhu is being kept in place, shall we say, by some pain ghosts. So ghosts are tormenting him that you need spirit vision to see, and you need to source vampirism them away to free Arhu, which blacks Arhu out so he's not.
You have the trust of Lord Arhu.
Most marvellous magic.
Welcome.
An epic.
He waves it. I create. Done shopping then.
I help you to know and understand.
Good wishes, friend.
soul apart.
You can't.
He shudders as
Leave.
He passes out.
Stop! Yeah!
His face goes slack as the pain renders him senseless. The man is...
I'm too weak. Please.
My dear Lord Ahu, you should have told me you were expecting visitors.
Run, you fools!
I might ask you this.
Why can't...
Betray? As one of Lucian's pawns, I stood for weakness. Frailty. He promised, and now, God woken. I uphold the final... I thought you...
doesn't respond.
Ghosts, and they're tearing his soul apart.
Stop! I told you to leave.
He shudders.
Leave.
He passes. His face goes slack as the pain renders him. The man doesn't respond.
I can't fight. I'm too weak.
No. Master.
My dear Lord,
Run, you fools!
that I'm afraid.
Why can't
Betray? As one of Lucian, he promised me a path unburdened by Lucian's pathetic. He promised me and now, God-woken, I uphold the final act. I thought you...
Garrett. Pain only. No. Must.
My dear Lord...
Run, you fools!
That...
Why?
Bitch as one heap, and now... God woken. That poison...
I'm alive. I was convinced the pain would destroy me. But you freed me instead. The pain is gone. I feel because of my knowledge of the inner working of the cathedral. Kem and his Black Ring cronies will stop at nothing to think I trusted a traitor. I thought him a friend, a protector of the city. Yet all the while he was trying to gain entry to the tomb. To lose, just like you, I presume. You didn't come here by chance, did you? No. Your power, your skill. You're a God-woken. And I think it's fair to say you didn't come to save my... You want to enter the tomb of Lucian, don't you? You are God-woken. I was told God-woken would want to get into the tomb. I was also told I should make sure that doesn't happen. Well, what people believe about my role as the keeper of Lucian's tomb is all part of the Divine's plan. I swore an oath to prevent anyone from ever entering the tomb of the Divine. But that may have been a mistake. I've heard of your deeds. People call the Divine's tomb is a fortress, a gauntlet. No single person was entrusted with the entire sequence necessary to enter. Not even I. Lucian insisted that no one ever approach his remains, especially a God-woken. Before he died, he arranged for the lone wolves to hunt and harry any rumored God-woken until they were dead or within Lucian's body resides the very power of the gods, the power to seed a new divine. But I know that even in his great wisdom, Lucian could not have foreseen times like these. The void's silent scream is about to engulf us. This is why I will help you. Because I believe only a new divine can save Rivellon. To pass the path of blood, you must bypass the statue of Lucian. The Scroll of Atonement, when used with a source amulet, will provide an alternative route. Have you by any chance met Sanders, the toy maker? Sanders, the toy maker, helped engineer the Path of Blood on behalf of Lucian. He works as a toy seller. Sanders is the expert. But once you claim, but be warned, bypassing Lucian's statue is just the beginning. I may be able to forewarn you. I'll be recovering in my chambers at the cathedral. I will answer as best as I can. One designer, Sanders, became Ahu. The others died. Dead bones keep secrets better than any living thing. The Divine worked in mysterious ways. He knew that his... Good luck. you located Lord Ahu? I'd hate to think that any ill fortune has been visited upon him. Kim was behind this. He betrayed Lord Ahu. Are you certain? Then I was right to sequester myself here with my puppets. But it seems that you are to enter the Tomb of the Divine. In order to pass the first chamber, you'll need an amulet that's charged with source. 5 so here. Take this amulet. You must wear the amulet as you consume source. The excess power will be siphoned into it until it is full. Good luck.
Roll up, don't be shy.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
Roll up, don't be shy.
All those broken arrows.
You got your work ready out today.
Shoot, you flea bag, shoot!
What a lovely piece this is. Worth a pretty penny. For heaven's sake, would you? I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find. Much obliged. That little snot. Just you try judging the state of Advedisti in Armagh if you're not even allowed to. Highly. Anything else?
Rarities, remnants, and relics.
Cushions there. Come along. Gotta sell some stuff.
My amulet is glowing with source.
Tracking sighted at sea. Several ships missing.
Business must be booming for you, all in rapidly.
What a pile of junk.
Don't do that. Leave my darlings alone. Do not do it.
Not a ton of help. Will Linder Kim, he will have wind. Can't view. The only way to free her and done thing is right on high because ours spawns is Linder is really annoying, and Linder Kim is probably the strongest melee character in the game. Like even some of the in-game fight bosses do not hit as hard as this dude does in melee. It's ridiculous. Now once that fight is out of the way, we can talk to either Arhu himself or his spirit if he died in the fight. It is super easy for Arhu to die in this fight. It is annoying. In fact, most guides tell you to straight up personally teleport Arhu out of the way so he doesn't get hit by a bunch of the AoEs that are going to be flying around and is thus less likely to die. But Arhu is incredibly likely to die in this fight, especially on higher difficulty. Now, we either want to talk to, again, either Arhu himself or his spirit, and he will explain that everyone keeps trying to get into Lucian's tomb, and that Arhu was told by Lucian to seal 1-2 of you nonsense. Technically, of sorts, we're basically blood. Now, the Path of Blood is a pilgrimage, technically, of sorts. Some questions about whether you've lied. Everyone's Arhu on it as an amulet that can help you bypass, which is the toy maker in town. The toy of the Path of Blood. You go to, if you either, customize for here a mercenary from her, and then immediately take that mercenary to the Path of Blood, and then that person can honestly answer the questions that they haven't lied, murdered, stolen, or anything, because technically, under your control, they haven't, which will successfully pass the Path of Blood the old-fashioned way, shall we say. So that is technically a workaround if you're absolutely having an impossible time with the rest of this, which is possible. There's a huge difficulty spike in arcs, especially on Tactician and R mode. One more thing, Arhu also explains that there is a room on the way to Lucian's tomb known as the Death Room. And basically what you need to do is there will be a bunch of levers everywhere, and you need to pull the levers, which are named, to where the first letter of each named lever spells out power. He also tells you this. You can learn this other places. This is not the only way to get this information, but, we're saving him, and he gives us this information at the same time as telling us how to get past the Path of Blood, so I think it's pretty useful. Now, from here, we want to go talk to the toy maker, who's just off the town square. From talking to the toy maker, he explains that, he made the Path of Blood, and in order to get by it, you need a necklace that is brimming with source, and a scroll with a magic spell on it, basically. So there's a switch near the statue that questions you. You can put the amulet that is filled with source in a switch nearby, and then read the scroll, and a hatch will open up without you having to pass the Path of Blood's trial. It's also interesting to note that the toy maker didn't get sent to Fort Joy despite being a sorcerer, specifically because Arhu protected him and basically told the magisters no. So that tells you right there that Arhu has a ton of authority, even when they're rounding up sorcerers. Once we get the amulet filled up with source, which is the first thing the toy maker gives us, so basically you just have to put the amulet on and then source vampire a bunch of stuff, consume some source orbs, basically just give the amulet 5 charges of source points, which you do by doing anything that'll gain you source while wearing the amulet, and then take it back to the toy maker when he'll be like, oh great, now you have the amulet all charged up. If you go upstairs, here's a password to a chest where you can get the magic spell that you need. Now when you head upstairs, to get that magic spell, you'll be attacked by the toy maker's toy puppets that he has everywhere, because they will be possessed by the God King and toy maker spell that you need. If you go upstairs, here's a
Kim was behind this. He betrayed, then I was rutted in. Here, you good luck.
My amulet is glowing with source.
amulet is already brimming with sores. It cannot contain more.
Get out of here, you dirty mutt!
Dwarven Royal Stand Hunters. I've got the wares you need.
Greetings. I'd fully charged, you say? That would mean that 5 souls have been... actually, you'll need the Scroll of Atonement. It's locked in my desk on the 2nd. When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go to the Path of Blood. Good luck.
Papa's permission granted. You may pass, friend.
The puppet's words.
You have hampered me long enough. This...
The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. The ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click.
I believe I've told you all that you required. Was what? There must be some mistake. They're just toys now. They wouldn't hurt a fly, unless I wanted them to. All right. When you... Good luck.
Roll up, don't be shy.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
No. It's in the beginning, Lucian was the word.
I pledge my soul.
found Lucian. Please return.
Pledge my heart, O Lucian.
Something closed the door.
Looking at this, I bet
A switch. There's a curious look. There's a slot in the center of the button. A long, empty moment ticks by. Nothing happens. The amulet fits the slot perfectly. The mechanisms around it begin to glow. The button slowly sinks into the wall. The source fades from the amulet, consumed by the inner mechanism. Gears turn behind the ancient walls, almost like they're at a nearby hatch in the floor unseals itself.
No sign of Lucian's body. Has Dallas beaten us yet?
The blessed altar seems to want to be touched. The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks, as if the pipework was... a blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to bend in the space beyond... pit beyond, things move once more, as if... A blessed stone in the space beyond. The altar seems to... A blessed stone in the space. The altar seems to... A blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to beg to be touched. In the space beyond... The altar seems... Peering through the iron grating, you can see how it connects.
Password to it. You'll be asked by two puppets of it's pretty into. You can find skeletons and things like a big circle. This is the part where not the other kind in Karen. So Karen, K-A-R-O-N, not the other kind of Karen. Karen is the first Godwoken that was found after Lucian died, supposedly. Karen can actually be found in the Magister Barracks sewers. If you go deep down past the prison area in the Magister's Barracks, you can find Karen locked up in a cage as a child, so he's putting on an illusion to appear as a child. He's trapped in a cage by spirits down in the sewers down there. And the spirits will explain to you that Karen, despite using the illusion to look like a child and pull at your heartstrings, was the first Godwoken the Seekers ever found and tried to get to ascend to divinity in Lucian's place after he died. If we talk to Karen, we can find out that basically he was driven insane because after all this training and stuff that he received from the Seekers, he did grow very powerful, but he started to then receive visions of Lucian that explained that he just needed to kill all these people. So he basically turned into a murderous psychopath and started killing Seekers, and then the Seekers locked him up. Now, Karen is more aptly referred to as the Mistake. Like, that's his big name. Karen did not exist in the original version of the game. Karen was added with the revamp to arcs that I mentioned earlier, and it was just, again, to kind of add some meat to the bones of this next part. Karen explains that he needs to get down to Lucian's body so he can serve Lucian some more, and, you know, he's going to try to kill you. You need to dispose of him. Now, even if you found Karen and then left him in his cage, he will still attack you right here. If you didn't find him at all, he'll still attack you right here. He's just going to attack you right here. But that said, it is possible to kill him in the sewers before you get here as well. So keep in mind, that is an option. Now, from here, we have a very annoying puzzle. So if we go to the north part of this room here, we're going to find a puzzle. Now, if this is your first time running into this, it's going to take some figuring out. Below you are two blessed substances in big bowls, a grid of sorts with a bunch of pipe-looking things leading through like blocks that you can then turn. There are 3 empty bowls on the far end of the puzzle, and the middle bowl nearest you is also empty. Now, what you need to do is take the blessed substances from your side of the puzzle and get them to reach their appropriate bowl on the far end, which you can tell which one goes where, because on the far end of the puzzle, in addition to the empty bowls, just behind those empty bowls are another set of empty bowls full of blessed substances that you can actually tell what they are. Now, first thing you need to do here is there is an empty bowl on your side that obviously you need to fill with something, otherwise you can't travel it to the third bowl on the other side. What you need to do here is there's a grate near you. You need to somehow make blood go into that grate, be it
a blessed stone or the altar seems...
No blood need not be spilled to cross this threshold very well.
May, charming.
Moving to obvious manipulator. Moving to orifice manipulator.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
It either hitting needs to be blood that goes into regular the bowl at the end. Now I know that sounds confusing and I probably didn't explain it, so you are done. Other than wasting a puzzle. We come door, this puppets that we saw earlier start going off like crazy. and they'll run around, and they will pull all sorts of levers throughout this room. These levers will do all sorts of crazy stuff. Teleport people, activate traps, deactivate traps, cause fireballs to rain from the sky. All sorts of crazy stuff. What you need to do is, like I mentioned earlier, you need to find the levers, you can see this by mousing over them, and spell out the word power with the first letter of the names of the levers. They're kind of all over the room, just mouse over them, you can see them. Their names. You can do this literally without moving a single character. Just mouse over the levers, make sure you got the right one. Power. It's like empathy, righteousness for E and R. Wisdom, I think, is the W. So stuff like that. You just spell out power with the levers, and then that'll deactivate the force field and the puppets and the traps and everything. And then that'll open the final door. From here, we can head down the stairs past the port, like the door that we just opened, the source barrier that we just took down, probably a better way to put it. We can then go down these stairs on the far end of
Let the wind. Must have been the last lead.
Must be getting closer to Lucian's crypt.
You catch a glimpse of Ifan out of the corner of your eye. He's standing tall, gazing around the environment with a feral expression on his face. He reaches his arms over. He catches you looking at him and smiles, all tangled beard and twinkling eyes. He nods decisively.
You know it.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself. The squirrel looks up at you and pats your leg, reassuring.